Hi, I'm Megan, and today we'll be talking with Vince about potential home repair issues for buyers. Hi Vince, it's great to have you with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about some potential home repair issues that a buyer needs to be aware of.
Sure.
If we're looking at a home, what might we be looking for?
Well, in a visual inspection, water damage is the obvious. Staining on drywall and or ceilings. So that's a very easy, and anybody could identify water damage or stain. A question should be posed. What happened here?
So I've heard that you should look carefully at areas that have been retextured or repainted in a home.
That would be a great question the buyer can ask the seller. If the paint is different and texture, the question would be, was something recently upgraded? That could be a good thing. And if there was a flood or water damage, that's kind of a negative thing, but there's always a solution to that. If it was professionally restored, then there wouldn't be any problem. It would be a good thing at that point. But it's good to know why a paint and or a texture doesn't match the rest of the room and or an adjacent room.
Good to know. Do you have some tips for buyers that might be helpful when they're looking at homes?
Yes. Use all of your senses. Your visual, your hearing, and your nose. Let me give you a few examples. Visually, look for water staining, look for damage, cracks in drywall. That typically will indicate there could be some settlement, maybe a problem in the future. Smell, musty type, everybody knows what an old sponge smells like. If you're picking up that aroma, there could be something in the home that is wet and not be intended with, and that could be a future problem as well. And then hear your footsteps. Listen to the stairs, listen to the flooring you're walking on. If you're hearing some creaking and cracking, there could be some failure to the subfloor.
Are there any other suggestions or tips that you might have for buyers when they're looking at a home?
It's a really big decision in one's life, purchasing a home. Make sure it's a good decision. Have somebody check the crawl space. Really go under there and understand the mechanics of it, the insulation, and more importantly, make sure there's no moisture in the crawl space. That could promote microbial growth.
So would you recommend, after the inspection, having a contractor go in and look at those potential issues and be able to give the buyer an estimate of cost for repairs?
If the buyer feels uncomfortable with a specific issue in that home, after the home inspection, hire a local restorator that is equipped with moisture equipment and knowledge of how to measure problems in a crawl space and or moisture in a wall and or a floor, and get a written estimate.
Good to know. Thank you so much for being here with us today. That's very helpful information. If you're a buyer looking to buy a home, make sure you're using the senses to check for potential issues. If you've already found the home of your dreams and it has issues, get that second opinion. We'll be talking to you again soon.